I'm Davey. I'm awesome. And welcome to the Comic Corner, where you guys make comments on my videos and I respond every week. And in between responding to your comments, I asked someone living in North Korea what it's like over there. He said, I can't complain. So, kicking it off this week with last week's Comic Corner, that's where it came from. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, nice mug, Davey. My brother Josh, the film bestie, replied to that. Epic monster mug indeed. Glad you like it. I got it around Halloween. Then, my brother Josh, the film bestie, made his own comment. Yeah, good luck with that. I've been begging Pepsi to bring back Crystal Clear. And nothing. Yeah, but the difference is, the Reese's Caramel Big Cups are delicious, whereas Pepsi Clear was nasty crap. And the other stupid thing about that is occasionally they do bring it back. And then people try it, remember, oh, this is disgusting, and it goes away again. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, how dare you call me dismissive? I wash my hands of your opinion. I cast it out. I turn away from your words. Dismissive indeed. I'm sorry, Josh, you're definitely not dismissive. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, Predator versus Vikings. Bring it. Kom und van That's Norwegian for come get some. Well, now you're making me want Predator versus Duke Nukem. Or Ash. Ash versus the Predator. Then Nikki B. Jammin commented, how about a Predator movie that fits the comic book that ties together the colonial style, pistol, that Danny Glover was given by the old ancient Predator with the gray dreads? Okay, so they didn't do like the comic book, but they did do one recently that tied in that gun that Danny Glover got at the end. That was Prey. I don't know if you saw it or even heard of it. It came out about 1.5 years ago. And if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's really good. And it is around that time, the colonial time, although the main antagonist is a Native American. It's really good. Then Jay McCool commented, Predator versus Pirates. That'd be awesome. Then again, there's so many things we could do with that. Predator versus ancient Romans. Predator versus the Knights Templar. Go a little farther into history than the last one that came out, Prey, and have Predator versus Cowboys. There could be so many possibilities to where the Predator could have went on safari. Then Jay McCool commented, so I gotta ask, since you love movies so much, do you have a favorite movie of all time? Yeah. What I've declared as my favorite movie of all time just because I've seen it so many times, yet I still get the itch to watch it, and I never get bored of it. In fact, it always keeps my attention. And that movie is The Hateful Eight, the Quentin Tarantino one. Fantastic film. I lent a blind friend some money, and now I'm worried because he said he'll pay me back next time he sees me. And then on the previous week's Comic Corner, Valentine's Day Dad Jokes, Nikki B. Jammin commented, well, must have been the Shelley Long version that scared me. Thanks, Awesome D. I don't remember a Shelley Long version. Oh, unless you're talking about Money Pit. My friend told me they couldn't afford their water bill, so I sent them a Get Well Soon card. Then on my Davy's Awesome Stories, the worst spaghetti. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I've had the worst spaghetti too, when my uncle made some, and it made me sick. I guarantee you this one was worse. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, this story makes me sick! You're the one that requested it. Despite the fact that I believe him that he does legit get grossed out and sick and everything when he hears this story. One, because I've seen his face as I told it, and two, my brother cannot watch shows like Bar Rescue or Kitchen Nightmares because when he sees them go into a disgusting kitchen, it bothers him. It freaks him out. In fact, he's even that kind of person that if we go to a restaurant and it doesn't look particularly clean on the inside, he will not eat there. And honestly, for good reason. To quote him, if it's this dirty where I can see it, imagine how bad it is where I can't. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, what's the difference between girl spaghetti and boy spaghetti? Meatballs. Woohoo! A macaroni, a penne, and a spaghetti were drinking wine in a bar one evening. They saw a noodle sitting by himself and discussed inviting him to join them. They all agreed he looked cannelloni. I started cooking spaghetti just to pass the time.
I rather enjoyed that.
A restaurant served me soggy spaghetti, so I put in a restraining order. Why did the man put Parmesan on his spaghetti? For the greater good. What do you call fake spaghetti? An impasta. Those jokes were awesome sauce. Then returning commenter Richard Dowley commented, I have to know, the finger thing? Are you over-exaggerating for comedic effect, or was it really that bad? Okay, so in the past, I have admitted that, yes, sometimes I take a little creative license. I change little things, I exaggerate a little bit for comedic effect. All comedians do that. For example, when I impersonate my mom and she nods after everything she says, that's exaggerated. My mom did not literally shake her head after everything she said. Just certain things. Like she'd say to us something like, I told you before you could go outside and play with your friends that you needed to clean your room. It was often but subtle enough to where it was one of those things you noticed but you never thought about. I think I was 13 when I finally mentioned it during dinner, asked her why she does that. My dad, my brother, and my mom, we all laughed hysterically when I brought it up. And she asked my brother and dad, do I really do that? And they were both like, never thought about it, but yes. Heck, my wife knew her very well for 9 years before she died. They were very close. And the first time I did a video where I mentioned the head nod, my wife laughed hysterically because she had never thought about it either. But she was sitting there laughing like, you're totally right, she does that. However, in this finger gesture thing, no, I'm not exaggerating. I swear. He literally did that all the time. The only time he would talk and not do that is if he had something in his hand. Even if you could not see him, he would do that as he was talking. I asked him about it once. He said he doesn't even know why he does it. It's just like he needed to keep that one hand busy. Which another thing I thought was strange was that he always used his right hand, despite the fact he was left-handed. But I mean, literally, like one time, we only had cable in the front room and in his room. He offered me and my roommate to get cable boxes in our room, but said we'd have to pay part of the cable bill, and we just said it's not worth it, no thanks. But his cable was out. I was sitting there with him as he got on the phone to call about his cable, and he's sitting there on hold, and the moment the support person picked up, he started in with it. Yeah, my cable is out. And I remember I got up and I pretended to go to the bathroom because I had to laugh, because I couldn't believe it. He does that on the phone. Then Paul Jetto commented, ketchup and spaghetti? Ew. It was as awful as it sounds. Then Jay McCool commented, how exactly did your brother know him against his will? My brother, I think he only physically met the guy once, maybe twice. And it was nothing serious. It was just, this is Denny, this is Josh. But a story video I'll elaborate on in a few weeks. When I moved away from Denny, my brother had no problem calling me if he needed something. When I was living with Denny, he got to a point he did not want to call unless he absolutely had to. Like, he wasn't going to call just because, hey, I thought of something funny. No, he would call like, hey, before you come visit this weekend, because every time he called, Denny would answer, and it would drive him nuts because Denny would keep him on the phone because he just wanted to get to know him so bad, and my brother had no interest. Then Jay McCool commented, is it weird that I like dolphins but I don't like cancer? Yeah, that's weird. Those are like totally the same thing. If you don't get it, watch the video. Then Jay McCool commented, why was $50 so important to him? Because it was more gambling money. I found a great place online to order sausage. I'll send you a link. Then on my Davy's Awesome Wrestling, where I reviewed the first season of the WWE docuseries Ruthless Aggression, Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I missed the good old days of the Ruthless Aggression era. Well, that's sad, because there were some interesting things in there. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, I will not comment. Comment will not I. Will not comment on this video. I missed the Monday Night Wars. Well, they had to end sooner or later. And, dude, stop saying you're not going to comment as you're commenting. Then Jay McCool commented, the Ruthless Aggression era was my childhood. The PG era was awful. This current era would be good if they'd stop with the Roman Reigns garbage. I don't know. WrestleMania's coming up. Maybe that'll finally be the end of it. Maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to explain things to a kleptomaniac, because they always take things. Literally. Then on this week's Davy's Awesome Movies, where I reviewed The Phantom. Daniel DeLeon69 commented, I've seen the Phantom movie before and it was good, but for whatever reason, when I check the IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes review, they give it a 5, 1 out of 10, or 44% for a movie review. That is because, like I've said many times, screw the critics. Then my brother Josh, the film bestie, commented, Billy Zane! Yeah! Christy Swanson. Phantom awesome! You like video. Glad. Then new commenter Thomas Ask Joe Rudd, which I really hope I said the last part right, commented, it is very true to the first strips, the Sing Brotherhood and the Sky Pirates. That's what I've heard, but I wouldn't know personally. I never read the first strips. After the movie came out, I tried to get into the Phantom comic books that were coming out around that time, but I just couldn't really get that into it. Movie was good, but the comic books, in my opinion, were kind of boring. Then Jay McCool commented, I love this movie. It's cheesy, but fun. It is, isn't it? Then Jay McCool commented, Ninja Pirates. That would be awesome. Then Jay McCool commented, I love pirates. Cool. For you. Must love Johnny Depp. Then Jay McCool commented, since you reviewed this and The Shadow, are you going to review The Rocketeer? I don't know. I have no plans to review that movie. I don't have that movie. I could get it, I'm sure, but I don't know. Maybe. Here's a joke for you mind readers out there. Then going back to an old Brothers Not Lovers video, how dare you, where we defended the movies Freddy Got Fingered, Sugar and Spice, Say It Isn't So, and Dick. Paul Jetto commented, good God, he doesn't really drink like that, does he? No. That was a parody of something in the movie Almost Heroes. Like, obviously he drinks, that's real. But the pouring it down and getting all over him type thing, that probably would have hurt. Like, that would have burned like crazy if he would have done that. In that cup, it was just sweet tea. Then Paul Jetto commented, never saw the other two, but Freddy Got Fingered is one of my all-time favorites. I agree, people who try to figure it out are stupid. It's what we were basically saying. It was the Tom Green show for 90 straight minutes. Take it for what it was. My wife told me she wanted a man who could take her breath away. So I farted. Now she won't say anything to me. Then on the final video to get commented on this week, Jay McCool decided to go check out my review of The Shadow. And commented, The Shadow was awesome, but of the three 30s era superhero movies, The Rocketeer, The Shadow, and The Phantom is my favorite. Which is yours? Of those three, The Shadow. Hands down. Then Jay McCool commented, if they did a Shadow movie now, who would you cast as The Shadow? I had to think about that, but you know who I honestly think could pull it off? Stephen Amell. That's right. Green Arrow. I have an inferiority complex. But it's not a good one. So there you have it. That's the Comic Corner this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell so you get notifications when I post videos, and leave a comment of your own to be in next week's Comic Corner. Love you guys.